welcome back to Cruising as Crew. My name is Lucy and I am here with the wonderful Donna,
Heyo.
who is going to be telling us all about her job on board as a, what's your title before I say?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Rotisserie chicken. No.
Before we start, I just want to remind you to go and take a look at my website at the downloadable PDFs, see if you need any more information, and you can find it there. And also, if you have any questions, you can DM me over on Instagram, or you can leave your questions in the comments. But let's get into it. What's your title?
I'm a guest artist. I'm an aerial pole artist. So, I got booked here for 6 voyages or 6 cruises.
Okay.
So here for 28 days as a performer, and kind of straddling this world between being crew and then also a sailor. So it's been a very interesting and fun.
Yeah. Is this your first time on a cruise ship?
Yeah, I've never been on a cruise ship before. So I walked on being like, what is this?
Oh my god, I'm on the water. Okay. I have so many questions. Okay,
yes.
So what brought you to a cruise ship? What the hell made you think, like, you know what? This is my next
I need to go on
move.
this giant floating tin can. Good question. It actually was kind of, I don't want to say like an accident, but I live in New York City, like full time, perform full time there. And I have a bunch of friends that have actually done this contract and have heard so many amazing things about it. And I don't know if I was referred or if they found me like on the internet or something. But I got a message, like a form being like, fill this out if you're interested in doing work with us. And I was like, great. Yeah, and I was actually touring in Stockholm in October at that time, and I was like, yeah, this sounds like a good idea. And like submitted all my stuff, and then I got invited to do this contract in November.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, like March is wide open, like let's go. And so I just was like kind of like a sign from the universe. But everyone I've talked to in New York and then also outside of New York, they've all been like, we don't want to leave this ship. We're having so much fun. It's such an amazing time.
Really?
Yeah, everyone like rave reviews across the pond.
What do you specialize in?
Yeah, so I'm a pole artist. So I've been pole dancing for 10 years, and on the ship I do an aerial pole act. So that's my specialty.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So
when you're contracted by these other companies, like you said, you were touring in Stockholm, and you've got another contract that's going to take you to August. Yeah. Are you a pole artist? That's your
primary
bread and butter.
Yeah, that's like my full-time life. I do a range of like teaching, like whether it's workshops or different things, and then also performing, and then also being a practitioner. But yeah, so I do different contracted work between a variety of different companies.
Okay, awesome. Mm-hmm. And then did you start out as like I don't want to say regular, but a regular dancer? You know what I mean? I'm not like, there's nothing, that's still amazing, but I'm just trying to figure out how you got into being a pole artist.
Yeah. So I studied modern dance, and when I was studying modern dance in school, I got a Bachelor of Fine Arts in modern dance. That's when I discovered pole dancing, and so integrated into my like thesis and whatnot. And so I kind of started in like the circus world relatively late, like 18 years old. But yeah.
18?
Yeah.
God,
I know.
That's old.
Yeah, I mean, you see like the kids, like these like 6-year-olds with like no bones, like running around doing all these things.
Contortionist.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I've been doing it now for 10 years, and it's been a really, really very fun ride.
10 years, wow, that's amazing. And do you still love incorporating the pole into your dance routines?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, pole is like, to me, it does also like, you know, it is dance. Like as a performing artist, it's, the reason I got into it is I did not come from a gymnastics background or anything, but I'm very interested in like that, and then also just like I'm interested in like it's such a beautiful combination of like artistry, athleticism, acrobatics, a little bit of everything.
Yeah, because like some of I haven't seen you pole dancing, but I've seen like my friend does it. She goes to classes and like she's shown me a few things, and I'm like, the strength to like hold yourself up in certain positions. I'm like, Jesus, you know, whoa.
It's a humbling process. Got some calluses in some weird places.
Actually, I guess you must. Yeah,
you hold on with your skin cells. It's like a whole moment. That's actually been something that's been a little challenging on this contract. Is I mean, it's been amazing, like, being a pole artist in the Caribbean, but it's also like, oh my gosh, there's so much sun everywhere.
Yes.
So you kind of have to be careful, because, like...
Oh my god, what if you get sun... Is that what you were going to say?
Yeah, exactly. So, like, you have to be really careful about, like, how much sunscreen you apply beforehand, or, like, if you put any lotion on your skin, because you get slippery, like, your skin absorbs the moisture. Okay. And you have to be careful about, like, getting sunburned, because you hold on by your skin, right?
That would be excruciating.
It's been a fun, unique challenge, but after doing this... For 10 years, I was like, you know what? I'm still gonna go see the sun. I brought my loofah, and I'm like gonna just like exfoliate all the time.
Yeah, my god, that's something I would have never even thought about
until you're a pole artist. You're like, oh, what?
My skin's very like it is important anyway, but it's very important now.
Yeah, like that was just another thing when I like booked this contract. Just like brought like all this like isopropyl alcohol to like not only clean the pole, but also like it
dries your skin out.
Yeah, it dries your skin a little bit, and like...
Actually, that's something. Obviously, we're on a boat.
Yeah.
It rocks.
Yeah.
How's doing, like, a pole dance, like a pole performance where the ship is... Like, because that's probably something you haven't had to contend with before.
No, not at all. It's been very interesting, and also even like I've had a unique experience where when I perform, I go between like the second and the first floor, like of the performance venue. Yeah, and it rotates. Like that's what's really fun about this apparatus. It's very dynamic because it spins really fast because you're never quite at center. At least for me, I haven't had any issues, or like I'm not really experiencing it all that much because I'm already moving so much in my act.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but there's a lot of other artists in my contract that are like mostly object manipulation, so juggling or working with the apparatus on the floor or roller skates or like balancing like knives on your mouth or like umbrellas in the air, you know. So there's a lot of components or elements where you're like, you do feel the ship move.
If you want to go and check out Donna, go and follow her over on Instagram at
Donkey Kong.
I'll link it down below. But yeah, you can see what kind of work she does, and she is truly amazing at her craft. So go and give her a follow. All right. So what is your like day-to-day schedule?
Right. Beginning of my day, I'll train in the morning, like have some breakfast, like have a whole time. And I also have been like able to stay connected with some like virtual clients. So sometimes I'll like Zoom with people for like some like contortion and personal training stuff.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, which has been nice. We as sailors, the Wi-Fi we have access to, you can't do like FaceTime or Zoom. You have to like purchase an upgrade. So that's a good thing to think about if you're like scheduling a lot of like Zoom calls or sessions, like to try to consolidate into like one day, or like be strategic on how you organize it, just because you have to pay for like the better streaming or whatever.
So tell me about your teaching.
So I also teach in New York. I teach at the largest pole school, I think it's in the world. It's called Body and Pole. Yeah, so it's in New York City. If you're ever in the Big Apple, come and hang out.
Yeah.
But I teach high, intermediate, advanced pole skills, and also like contortion. And flexibility training. So it's like for it's not for it. It is for everyone.
It's for everyone, but not for everyone.
Yeah, it can be. It just depends on your range of motion. But yeah, so I teach there, and I also have my own like practice where I also teach in my own space in Brooklyn, which is where I'm based. And then I also travel over the world and teach workshops.
So what is your like favorite part of living and working on a cruise ship?
I've just really enjoyed making connections with the crew and with other people that are also working on the ship. It's just, especially like when you're living in a place like New York City, everyone is very much like on their own
path.
Exactly. No, it's like everyone is like hustling and bustling and doing their thing.
I'm busy, I have stuff to do, I have goals to achieve, I can't talk to you.
Yeah, exactly. So like there's been a beautiful sense of
the pace
time.
Is a lot slower.
We're on island time, baby. It's been really beautiful.
You know what's so funny? Like I'm from a really small town in the UK, so I come on ships and I'm like, it's so fast paced, and you're like, it's so chilled out.
It's honestly been beautiful. But the thing is, like, there's so many people that also come from that like kind of like rhythm, you know, and so it's been really lovely to
slow down for a bit.
Take a breath and like, have a cup of coffee. And then also for the people from all over the world, there's just people contracted from like truly like every part of this planet on this ship. And that's something I also love about New York City is there's like people from every corner of the world have all kind of like ended up on this like freaking island to you know, to do the thing.
Yeah.
And it feels similar in that capacity where everyone is like all over the world on this like little this little tin can, you know, and like doing the thing.
To be honest, Donna has like the best of both worlds though, because you're a crew member and you obviously work on board, but your contracts are very short. But you have all the sailor privileges, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
So,
correct. Almost all of them. Yes.
Almost all of them. What do you not have?
Well, you're not allowed to go in the pool.
Oh no!
I know. We do have almost all the privileges. Like we're able to book. We're able to book to go see shows and go have meals in the restaurants and have access to all of those perks and privileges.
Yeah, wonderful.
We get sailor cabins. So that means that we get the red hammock. And just have a little bit of space, which is really lovely, and some space and time to unwind.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's been really nice.
So I imagine you're probably going to find this question hard to answer, but what is your least favourite part of working on the ship?
Very challenging. Very challenging. I think what I just miss training as much as I do.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
You miss having the time to just dedicate to your craft.
Because I do have the time, I just don't have the access to the space.
Yeah, I suppose so, yeah.
And the equipment. So that is the one thing that I do really crave and miss, because it's such a big part of my life outside of the ship. But otherwise, I think that's the only thing is like, but it's been a nice practice in being like, okay, what are other things that I can work on and train and like delegate my time to?
What else can I do with my life?
It's been a lot of sitting down, which has been it's been really lovely. So that's been really, really nice.
But this is it, like taking a month off.
Yeah, and so that shorter contract is also nice.
It's not going to like do any harm, and you're still going to be amazing, and it's not.
Yeah, no, it has.
But like you said, it probably does you good to just like, I can breathe for a minute.
It's been lovely. The body feels great. Rotator cuff, feeling lovely. Like, the cast that I've been working with has been so lovely and like embracing, and has like immediately been like, oh, like let's show you the ropes. Like this is the place when we dock. We're gonna go to this place for food, and we're gonna go to this bar, and we're gonna go to
nice.
Like very embracing. Which
because I can imagine like because you all have your own craft and you're not completely united, it would be very easy really to just like come in and do your show and then.
Which I've heard
again, so
can happen.
Yeah,
but
so it's nice that everyone's like a unit.
Oh no, wait! Yes, we're fully
together.
Yeah, together. Yes, exactly.
So, what are the like top 3 skills that you need to work on a cruise ship? Now, obviously, you need to have your skill.
Yes,
you need to be good at what you've been hired to do. But the other like top 3 skills that you need just to be on a cruise ship and enjoy it.
So that's definitely number 1. Just being able to like do the art that you do for sure. There was a lot of things that I had to like adjust for this like I had to purchase new costuming because my costuming was too
revealing,
scandalous for the ship, for the sailors, you know, and like
of course,
and so which is totally fair as well. And like there's a lot of things where I'm like, oh, like I didn't necessarily question my work, but being like, oh, I have to remember like there's a lot of other elements or components that maybe you're not as used to working in other independent contractor spaces. Second one I'd say is just being able to put yourself out there and like meet people.
Yeah, especially when like, because I suppose the dancers or the cast, like it's quite a small group of people, so that can be quite hard to be like, okay, I'm gonna say hello to these people I've never met before.
No, I mean, being able to put yourself out there and connect and meet people.
And the third one?
The third is just being able to roll with the punches. Like you don't know, you're not in control of, like, for example, if you don't get access to training one voyage, or if there's a lot of rocking on the boat, or there's
sometimes the shows can be cancelled. Like a lot of things can
there's a lot of people again with object manipulation where they've had to be very flexible, like literally being able to be like, okay, like actually I'm gonna adjust this skill, or I'm actually gonna change the skill that I'm performing
to
Yeah.
the ship environment.
Yeah, so like that's been something where you just have to be able to be a good performer. You have to be able to think on your feet and be able to like just kind of go for it.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I think you've answered like everything I wanted to know.
Oh, good.
But guys, if you have any questions for Donna, please leave them in the comments and I will ask her and then I will get back to you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic rest of the day. Thank you for doing this, Donna.
Yeah.
And I'll see you in the next video, guys.
Yes, thank you so
Bye.
much.